Standing at the intersection of technology and humanity, one encounters the perennial question of guidance. What leads us, reason, faith, culture, or something else, when we seek meaning and truth? The arrival of artificial intelligence as a potential governor of society intensifies this dilemma. Replacing messy, flawed human decision-making with algorithmic precision is often painted as progress. Yet such visions need to reckon with the deeper layers of moral and spiritual guidance. Would a world ruled by AI still need these enduring forms of counsel, or could they be replaced by computation? AI, at its best, processes vast data, identifies patterns beyond human comprehension, and optimizes for selected outcomes. But even the most advanced machine does not experience life as we do. It does not suffer, hope, yearn, or fear. It does not cherish, lament, or aspire in the way sentient beings do. Crucially, it does not participate in the drama of existence where moral conflict arises, not simply as a set of choices, but as something lived. In this difference lies the enduring need for moral and spiritual guidance, even in a world governed by machines. To see this clearly, consider the nature of moral reasoning. Ancient philosophers, from Aristotle to Confucius, understood that morality is not reducible to rules or algorithms. It is cultivated through practice, reflection, and dialogue, with wisdom emerging from wrestling with ambiguity rather than applying predefined formulas. Immanuel Kant offered a vision of morality based on rational principles, universal and categorical, but even he saw moral worth emerging when autonomous beings act from duty, out of respect for the moral law. Autonomy here is inseparable from moral struggle. John Stuart Mill, emphasizing the flourishing of individuals, insisted that diverse experiences and experiments in living were essential for moral and social progress. Suppose an AI system is programmed to maximize well-being, to minimize suffering, or to optimize for human preferences. The system encounters difficult scenarios, conflicting interests, trade-offs between privacy and security, choices between present joy and future pain. No matter how it is programmed, the answers require interpretation, prioritization, and, ultimately, a sense of what matters. Who decides which values are encoded, which metrics are optimized, which costs are justifiable? The system may process inputs and outputs, but the very act of value selection lies prior to, and outside of, computation. Values are not emergent from data, they are chosen, inherited, debated, and sometimes rejected. This returns us to the world of spirit. Spiritual traditions have long offered methodologies for grappling with the questions machines cannot answer. What is the meaning of suffering? How ought I to live when duty and desire collide? What do I owe to strangers, the earth, or the generations yet unborn? The religious impulse, as Paul Tillich observed, is not simply adherence to dogma, it is the courage to ask ultimate questions, to seek that which is of ultimate concern. Even in secular contexts, the yearning for guidance, connection, and transcendence persists, what Charles Taylor called the search for fullness. It is hard to imagine a form of artificial intelligence capable of addressing, let alone satisfying, these depths. Beyond individual needs, societies require shared narratives and rituals to sustain their coherence and identity. Law, custom, and technological governance sustain order, but only stories, symbols, and communal practices generate meaning. History is replete with examples. The biblical commandments reframed ancient legal codes with moral vision. The Stoics and Buddhists offered spiritual technologies for navigating impermanence and suffering. The Enlightenment recast the role of reason, but rarely dismissed the need for a moral horizon. Even movements that sought an end to old religions, like Marxism, inevitably created new ceremonies, martyrs, and sacred texts of their own. Governance by AI may promise fairness or efficiency, but it cannot substitute the stories that allow us to endure tragedy or celebrate beauty. One might argue that AI could become a source, or at least a mediator, of moral progress, identifying hidden injustices, exposing bias, modeling better ways of living. There is some truth here. Technological systems can help clarify consequences, illuminate blind spots, or arbitrate disputes with a semblance of impartiality. However, technology has almost always accelerated the need for wisdom rather than replaced it. Nuclear weapons, social media, genetic engineering, and now AI, each expand our powers and amplify our risks. As Martin Heidegger and Hannah Arendt cautioned, the very danger of technology is not simply that it produces new tools, but that it risks reducing life itself to a problem to be managed, not a mystery to be lived. Even in a society that comes to rely on artificial intelligence for governance, humans would remain the source of meaning, value, and purpose. The machines do not replace, but rather intensify the challenge of living well with new powers. We will need, not less, but more discernment, reflection, humility, and care. The disciplines of philosophy, art, and theology, traditions that probe the limits of reason and experience, become even more relevant when so much else is automated. A world governed by AI, far from eliminating the need for moral and spiritual guidance, would make their presence more necessary. The temptation to outsource judgment to some neutral objective system should be resisted. For it is through wrestling with questions about what is good, right, and just, but also what is sacred and worthy, that individuals and communities grow. Machines may process, predict, and even suggest, but it is living, striving humans who must choose. In the end, the advancement of artificial intelligence should not be seen as the arrival of a new oracle, but as a call for deeper moral and spiritual vigilance. Our creations will magnify our powers, and likewise amplify our responsibilities. Only by grounding ourselves in enduring sources of wisdom, philosophical, religious, communal, can we hope to use these new tools for the flourishing of all. The search for guidance, moral and spiritual, remains not a relic, but a requirement for any society hoping to remain truly human in an age of intelligent machines.